Second down. Quickly accumulating with Hero on the mound. Need to get through this inning is that one.
And let's welcome our state. The Rockets goal scored by number 12, Luke Sheehan.
Just be careful when you're taking it off the plant because you got to actually screen the ball. And then
record goal scored by number 32, Jack Eigen. The record goal scored by number 36, Max Udell.
Chris. Yeah. Oh, okay.
The record goal is scored by number 91, Mason Schaefer.
Hey, you don't have to put that because I taped everything over, so you can just put that. Oh no, it's not.
The record goal scored by number 32, Jack Eigen.
Obviously, it was a shot, but Eigen got that one off a deflection. Clarkson takes smart shots, and he's not going to be a ball hog.
Yep. And Eigen coming out with a strong performance so far. He's actually got 3 of the team's goals right now.
Yeah, Eigen definitely
3 of the 4 are his.
Definitely a big surprise on opening day. I mean, we knew he's a Staples record, so he has to be good at lacrosse. But like 2 goals in the first quarter, that is impressive, especially against this goalie.
And the possession time, mostly set up by Dodge. Just the way he can get the ball to his team after every goal to just keep pouncing.
That's the value.
I mean, every single one of those possessions came after, like half of those possessions came straight off of a face-off from Dodge. And the defense doesn't have to do a lot of work right now.
I got to say, the one thing I'm seeing lacking from this Bronxville team, you see the goalie yelling at his defense, right? Obviously, they look all buddy-buddy now, but you still can't lose your composure for that split second, especially when Staples is building this small lead. If you lose your composure, that can really crush the morale of your team.
Yeah, and Staples going to face off against Iona Prep later on in the season. So if Iona Prep, this Bronxville team beats that Iona Prep team, who's known to be this amazing squad, I mean, there's no telling where Staples can go this season.
Are we really going to keep playing the I beat you, so I'll beat you game?
No, I don't necessarily think that.
I got you.
But I feel like the Staples team, as we were even saying last year, next year's their year, because that JV team last year went 16-0. Yeah. So this really could be Staples' year.
It's also important to talk about Staples' schedule a lot harder this year than last year.
Oh, yeah. Had their first scrimmage, or second scrimmage, against St. Anthony's, as shot comes in on the side. That was Canary right there. Or that was Rothenberg, and he got it blocked. Thompson steps in, passes over to Howard. And he's going to bring it back out to Schaefer. Now Thompson holds it at the top. Back out to Udell, who looks to attack. Howard on the side. A lot of off-ball movement from Staples. All the players on the backside are moving so fluently, and Bronxville is just spinning their heads around, trying to keep up with them. Schaefer at the top. To Clark at X. Pass to Rothenberg on the crease. Quick dunk. And Staples just methodically moved the ball around until they got their opportunity on the crease. That is the most pure and beautiful form of offense I've ever seen.
That was amazing offense, but what has happened to this Bronxville defense, Aiden?
Do they have tired legs from that Iona Prep game 3 days ago?
Maybe. I mean, I guess that's the only thing you can attribute it to, because this is just not what I expected.
No, not at all.
It's starting to turn into another Brian McMahon situation.
I mean, everyone was saying the Staples team would be really good. They played St. Anthony's in a scrimmage, the number 2 team in the country, and they lost 11-10 in that scrimmage.
And I mean,
so if you can keep the game within 1 goal with the number 2 team in the country, there's no telling where you can go.
Rob Ambrose, head coach of Bronxville, he's not no Joe Schmo. He has accolades. Started Brother Rice, the lacrosse team over in Michigan. They won 11 straight titles from 2003 to 2013. They have 26 total state 1 division titles.
So pure powerhouse in Michigan, as Bronxville calls a timeout after gaining possession. Dodge finally losing a face-off, coming back down to earth for a little bit.
So what I was saying, though, Coach Ambrose, he was really credited with starting that dynasty over at Brother Rice. And obviously, they just won another championship last year, so they moved their titles up to 26. So you'd expect this team to be well-coached and, get rid of the tired legs. You expect them to have a strong game plan. But, I mean, there go the Staples Wreckers, right? Yeah. I mean, they're taking off in the first quarter. Their offense, unstoppable. Ball movement, impeccable. Yeah, maybe you can't control the ball movement, but you got to have something to do to apply pressure to these guys, because some of the lanes that they're getting in just the shots that they're putting on net, I mean, they're just getting these possessions at the top of the crease, and you can't even do anything about it.
Yeah.
It's a one-on-one.
And I think the biggest thing Bronxville needs to do right now on defense is continue to apply pressure and keep their sticks in the passing lanes, because I feel like their sticks aren't in the way. And that's why Staples is getting so many entry passes and passes that you normally wouldn't want to allow in. And 5-1's our score right now, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Because of all these goals and stoppages, the quarter is going by quite slowly.
It really is. And the other thing that we can note, too, obviously we keep talking about him. Dodge, though, is he flawless on faceoffs, or he just lost that one? But still.
as Bronxville took a timeout to set up their offense with so few possessions. They need to get this one right as they hold it at the top.
And something what I expect from number 1 to Luke Sheehan, he's kind of
Luke
shown.
Stevens.
Luke Stevens has
Yeah.
kind of shown that he had the game-winning goal against Iona Prep, had a hat trick. I'm really expecting something
That's
from him.
that's Luke Sheehan, number 12, had the game-winning goal against Iona Prep in double overtime. Not even one overtime could do it in a 7-6 game. So, again, as a shot comes in, mauled by Chinitz.
Laundry on the field. I get to
There's
say
our
it.
first, your favorite. So a shot ran around the crease and got mauled by Chinitz. Shot went nowhere near the cage, and we have a player down as Tyler, the injury man, runs to save him.
That was definitely a massive hit there, and I'm seeing Nick Algieri walking off the field right now.
Was it Algieri that hit him?
I think it was Algieri. That hurts.
Yeah.
That's a mountain of a man.
Algieri is a mountain of a man, and quite a thick big boy.
State champion wrestler. He would wrestle this past year. Wrestled heavyweight and
before his
220.
Before his concussion issue, he was a phenomenal football player as well. Played center for a perennial youth football powerhouse in this current senior class of football team.
Legend has it he benched 300 pounds freshman year. I don't believe it, but legend has it.
Got to ask him himself, as he's going to be off for a minute. Some sort of cross-checking. He's going to fist bump. I like to see that, but that was Chris Patterson who got rocked, and Algieri went to apologize.
Algieri with the RKO out of nowhere.
But that's going to create a man-up opportunity for Bronxville. 1 minute on the man-up opportunity.
They got to capitalize here. This is momentum. Momentum is one of the most important things. If there are, I think, 2 sports where momentum matters, it's lacrosse and Rocket League.
Ben Atkinson at the top. Over to Sheehan, the local hero, who gets it back. And now a step-down shot saved by Heisler. That's a beautiful save by Heisler. Tommy Garofalo had a step down from the side.
Beautiful shot. That ball was whizzing. That must have hurt.
And Heisler's now made his 4th save of the game with only 1 goal let in. So pretty good numbers if you ask me. Not too shabby coming from a goalie.
Definitely not. It was also a beautiful pass by Heisler there.
And Staples needing to get the ball into the box with running out of this time. And their failure to advance. So in lacrosse, they have 10 seconds to get it in that box inside of the 30-yard line and in the middle of the alley. And because they lost the ball, that 10 seconds ran out pretty fast.
Yeah, it was tragic, but Heisler did put a dime on it. They just could not capitalize on that pass.
Yeah, Heisler put a good pass into a little bit of danger, and Preston got hit pretty hard. Chinitz out, sticks up all in the lane. Staples, not the first time they've been on man down. With those sticks up, Gebecki on the side. He comes in with a D. And a cross-crease pass. Connected, no shot. Shot coming in from Sheehan, and he misses high. And Staples chases it down.
I'm really surprised that Tommy Garofalo did not take that step down there. He had a perfect opportunity on the other side of the crease.
That wouldn't be a step down, but did that quick little dunk right there. Yeah. As a bad pass from Heisler goes awry, and just like that, the ball's back with Bronxville. Knocked down by Staples. Ground ball goes to Staples. Whew, few right there, right?
Yeah, that was stressful. Definitely someone who recovered the ball, Derek Sale. I remember we saw him last year upon his return from injury. He was showtime. I mean, he balled out his first game back, so we expected a lot from him.
Diving to the crease, that was Sequenzia. Now Clark runs around the side. He finds Howard, who steps down, shoots, and he misses high, and the goalie's actually going to be the one to chase down that ball, and Bronxville will get the possession.
Gotta say, 5-1 obviously pretty early on in the game. Charlie Howard's been a little quieter than I expected. I definitely expect him to have
I think that most teams know who Charlie Howard is, as that's going to be the end of the quarter. Just Bronxville throwing it down the field.
You think it's kind of
5-1 Staples?
You think it's kind of like that what's it called? Like Stephon Gilmore mentality. It's a lot. They're obviously, they know who he is, so he's not going to get the ball a lot, but he's good still.
Charlie's the definition of team player. He's always sorting out problems with the team, and I'm sure he's more than happy to be up with a 5-1 lead. To have a 5-1 lead and not do much personally.
For sure.
He smiles on his face for that one. So what does Bronxville got to do to get back into this game?
Bronxville needs to be more methodical with their approach. I mean, their defense looks sloppy. It looks slappy too. I mean, obviously they're playing with aggression right now, and I think they might be playing on emotion, but they're not playing with passion, right? We saw that they didn't have that energy coming out. They're trying to take some hits right now. They're trying to get the ball back, do everything they can. But I think that it's starting to get a little sloppy, and that's why it's not working out. Their defense needs to step up right now.
Yeah, the defense definitely needs to step up. I agree with that, but I don't know if it's the emotion part. I think on the technical side of things, they're making these little mistakes with allowing people to cut in the crease and giving too much open space for Staples right now that they're taking advantage of. I think that they've got some of the right ideas, and a couple of mistakes they've made so far.
But I think they just didn't. I think.
Station ID.
Sorry, we got cut off by the station ID, but I just don't think that they have they need to have that mindset that they're better, they're going to come out and kill you, and I just don't see that. Honestly, sometimes the defense looks a little scared. It's putting all of the load on Origi right now, and you just can't have that. You can't. You're a goalie. You can't put the load on the goalie.
From anything inside, it's not like hockey. It's not like I don't know. I don't think it's soccer as much like that, but it's definitely not like hockey in the sense that you can't rely on a goalie to do all that for you. That's an impossible thing to do. In lacrosse goalie's too hard. Its balls come in too fast. To save stuff from the inside, what you want to do is if you have a strong goalie, you try and force them to take outside shots.
Yeah.
And you don't give up those dunks on the crease like they have been.
Yeah.
And that's been the core issue for Bronxville is Dodge sets up for another face-off. And he scoops it back to Thompson. Kind of like a football snapper looks like when he does that. He's got so many strategies and flip it forward, flip it back. He just wins.
I've never even thought about that. There's so many different ways to approach a face-off. It's not just like go down, clamp the ball, and get it to your team.
And in my pregame interview with Max Udell, Thompson dives to the crease, and he passes it out. Max Udell, the attackman number 36 on Staples, he talked about how Dodge is just so valuable to the team. The Dodge is. We were talking about Dodge and just how those possessions, you don't really think about it, but how getting the ball every single time that there's a face-off and possessions are so valuable in lacrosse is so huge.
It's also the
As
fact that
Thompson dives down, he shoots off the post, but Staples is going to retain possession.
It's the fact that you don't lacrosse is the one sport where you don't have to manufacture momentum by scoring. You can get it simply. You can get scored on 3 times, and you can still get possession of the ball 3 times after that. Obviously, you don't want to get scored on, but just the ability to that there's still like a shot at getting possession after even after whatever happens, that changes the way again.
Especially after scoring a goal. I was talking with Coach Anderson about this as well, in that or it might have been Coach Anderson, the offensive coordinator, but just about how you can when you don't have a face-off guy, as Charlie Howard shoots and Origi stands on his head and makes a beautiful save, Bronxville will retain possession after the out-of-bounds call. But how Dodge getting the ball after every time you score a goal, you can build up momentum and rack up goals really fast that way.
It definitely helps you to extend the lead as we're sitting here 5-1.
And I think without Dodge, the lead's definitely not at 5-1 right now. So
definitely not.
As Origi sets up a clear. Ball's held on the right side. The deep hole. Getting close to that 20-second mark. 20 seconds to clear midfield.
There it is.
And they're going to hold them. And running out of time. And Staples is going to get a quick whistle. They're diving to the crease right now. They have an open shot. Clark on the side.
Sizzle.
And that's a special teams goal, if that's what you want to call it. But a stupid mistake from Bronxville allowed a goal like that when the goalie was so far out of the crease.
I mean, their deep hole was just he was distraught. He's like, oh, what happened, 20 seconds, whatever. He was not getting back. Tyler Clark was able to sneak by and show out.
Terrible awareness right there on Bronxville's part. That's the mental mistakes you can't afford to make, especially against a team as good as Staples. Mm-hmm. So 6-1's the score right now. 10:28 left. A lot of time. But to win games, you can't take a call like that and then not run back on defense and allow a free open run at the crease.
I think right now what's going to be most important, just early prediction, if Bronxville can't put goals on the board, they're going to have to come out at halftime with a vengeance.
Yep, as the face-off was kind of in the middle of everyone, and Bronxville sets up a fast break. Behind the back, shot. I don't know if Heisler got a tip on that, but that shot was going wide.
That pass was beautiful.
Yeah, that behind-the-back pass.
By Garofalo.
Reminded of us of our world-famous call, Sports Center Top 10. Shades back to Aiden Best during that last year.
That was amazing.
And speaking of Aiden Best, one of the best players on the Staples team, an attackman, Number 23. You won't see him on the field today because he's out for 2, 3, 4 weeks with a back injury. So really unfortunate timing right now.
But Staples is definitely doing all right without him. Obviously, it would be a little bit better if they had him.
Yeah. But he's like in contention for another one of those All-Americans this year as a shot misses wide from Andrew Garofalo.
And Aiden, I got to say, someone whose name I miss calling right
Chris
now
Patterson.
is my Mack truck, Kevin Lynch. I miss seeing him on the field.
we used Kevin Lynch, a recruit from Staples, as a shot comes in. That hit the post as Garofalo, another one that didn't get it. That's Chris Patterson, another one that so close.
Yeah.
But Kevin Lynch was he's at UMass Amherst right now playing lacrosse for them. Really strong team up there. He was one of the Staples captains, best player last year, and he off at college playing right now.
Yeah.
So cool stuff.
Definitely. Staples has produced a lot of collegiate lacrosse athletes, especially in the last couple of years.
And Stevens has it on the side, poked away by Norris, who falls on top of him, and this weird sort of sitting on top of him with the trip.
I don't care how good Luke Sheehan is. He has way too much tilt on his helmet. It just fell off so easily.
And the ref whistle for a little push on Norris. I don't know. It's an interesting call, but he was sitting on top of him.
He was sitting on top of him. I don't know if it was really a push. It looked like it was just a scuffle for the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He certainly didn't purposely plop down on him.
Yeah.
And Staples employing a strategy that Bronxville hasn't been on defense, playing the guy at X behind the goal. And I actually prefer that.
You like that as a goalie? You think it helps you a little bit? So you don't
I
have to worry
think
about
having pressure, because when you let a guy sit back there and have all the time in the world, it's like, picture this like back to playing yard football with your friends.
Yeah.
If there's no count for the quarterback and he can
You
spend
sit
as
there
much
forever.
time. Yep.
Someone's going to get open.
There's no shot clock in lacrosse. You can sit there forever. As diving to the crease, Bronxville has it. That's Chris Patterson on the side. Goes around the crease. He jumps around, reaches around with a great shot. That's going to be a goal.
Shot, yeah.
6-2. Staples still in lead, but Chris Patterson with a reach around, wrap around goal.
Patterson definitely
Really
shot
strong.
the athleticism there. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Great shot. Not much Heisler can do there. Just it's one of those situations where you'd love it if your goalie stopped it, but like it's a better shot than the defense you can play.
Yeah, and he's so close that it's a hard shot to wrap that around, but
Yep.
Extremely close. So Patterson missed a couple earlier, but he's getting on the right track right now.
They got one on the board now.
All you need is one. Get the momentum going. Get
That's
those
true.
nerves out.
Or this face-off, which Dodge wins handedly.
Again, scooping it back to Sale, who brings it down, setting up a slow break for Staples. And in the middle, O'Loughlin has no one on him. And they couldn't find him as he's going to have to go back. He's a deep hole who got caught on the offensive side of the field with a wide open spot, though.
That was tragic. Love Andy O'Loughlin, great guy. would have been nice to see him get one in the net.
As Canary holds it on the side. Over to Sale. Thompson. Pick from Sale to Thompson. Thompson looks to the crease. Ball's batted down. Scuffle for it in the middle of the field. Who's going to get it? And that's going to be Bronxville ball right there. And they bring it up the field. Beautiful check from Howard running behind and just right before he crossed midfield, getting it back. And Staples has a fast break. Sale gets it on the crease. He shoots, scores! 7-2 Staples right now, and they're just piling on the goals.
That was a beautiful shot by Sale, but, I mean, that's another thing. We talk about it. It's the same thing as when we call basketball, Aiden. Those haphazard turnovers, you cannot have those.
Those failed clears in lacrosse are the death of teams. And you
It
clear
really
the ball.
is.
If you can ride and stop clears successfully, continual clearing the ball is winning games. That is one of the biggest things. Your goalie makes a save, and you're going to give another shot right back to him. You can't afford things like that.
It's obvious, but the one thing Bronxville needs to do right now is they need to play better. They need to win some of these face-offs. They need to get rid of these turnovers, and they need to take some better shots. That's what it is. Like
So to say it's a lot of things.
It's a lot of things, but like it all comes down to that. I think that they're playing down right now. I don't know why they're doing that.
Their 5-on-5 defense. In fairness, their half this full setup defense right now as Dodge wins the face-off. I don't even think I need to say that anymore.
Oh no, it's just expected.
He gets hit from behind, but no call. Sable sideline furious. But one thing I was going to say is that Bronxville has done a better job in that settled offense as Sequenzia is wide open on the crease and a bad pass. And now the goalie all the way out. What's going on out there? That's aggressive goalie play.
What is happening, man?
So
Bronxville.
Sequenzia was wide open, and the goalie went to go pick that off. He didn't do it successfully, but
Bronxville has some pretty unorthodox approaches right now, I gotta say.
And there's a penalty on Bronxville. Say it.
Laundry on the field. Oh, my goodness. You made me so happy.
That flag was down for quite a while. We actually just didn't notice.
I didn't see it. Pretty small hanky.
That flag was down for quite a while, and that's going to be Staples with the man-up advantage. So what I was getting into, every time I try and say this, something interesting happens.
Maybe it's a sign.
It's a sign. Maybe I should keep talking about how Staples' settled offense in the last couple minutes hasn't been very good. Bronxville's been good. Settled, but those transition opportunities have been killer. They've been getting the stops and then giving it right back.
The one thing you got to commend Bronxville for is they definitely have been in the passing lane. They definitely poked the ball loose a couple times, and that's good.
Cutting to the crease, Howard, shot, beautiful save by Aragi, off stick high. And another failed clear.
Yep.
You can't make a beautiful save like that with your stick and then throw it
Just
right
give the ball
back.
to the other team.
You're wasting your own play. I mean,
This is tragic.
that was a terrible just passing idea. I mean, the pass itself was bad, but to throw it into the middle of the defense right there, I know it is hard to clear when you have one less player,
Yeah, definitely.
but to throw a pass like that immediately is quite stupid.
The story of the second half, as of late, is literally it just comes down to possession time. That's really what it
Sequenzia
is.
steps in. He finds Schaefer, holds it at the top, wants to shoot to Howard. Sequenzia holds it on the side. Going to dodge against man down. No longer man down. The penalty release. Sequenzia's shot high missed. Staples retains possession. So they did successfully somehow get off that penalty, even with the failed clear. And we're back to even strength. Clark dodges around. He finds on the crease Rothenberg, who shoots. Beautiful save by Aragi with the chest.
This is some of what we expected.
And another Bronxville turnover, throwing it back to his goalie with no pressure. He misses low. That's good. Varsity teams don't make those kind of mistakes.
He's in your head.
Schaefer's shot, steamer goes off the pipe, no goal.
He's in his head, Aiden. Oh my God.
And Staples just continually, especially when Dodge is winning these faceoffs, you already limited in possessions, and you throw all your possessions away.
Aragi's
You're not going to win a
flustered.
game that way. The ball has been on the Staples offensive side for a while. As Sequenzia makes his defender fall, steps in, shoot, and Aragi makes another nice save with a beautiful split. And the ball's, I can't make this up,
my
folks.
God.
And for everyone listening, I can't make up how many times they've failed to clear. The ball, on no pressure, thrown back to Aragi. And it went over his head, missed. And that's going to be over and back. Staples missed a pass as well. This is sloppy lacrosse
This is really
right now.
sloppy lacrosse, but
Bronxville finally has the ball. You were saying?
what we gotta say is shout out Mr. Young, English teacher. Possession is the whole razzmatazz, the shoot and the shebang, whatever you want in lacrosse. That is what it comes down to. So I mean,
Mr.
there's
Young
nothing
will
else
be
we can
proud.
talk about. If Bronxville doesn't hold the ball here, there is no game.
And right now it really isn't a game. But
That's
7-2 is still a score that you can come back
Oh,
from.
definitely.
As another pass goes awry, Bronxville turnover.
The thing is, they're playing down right now, but when you know this team has skill, they have talent, they can definitely get something going. It's just a matter of when, if it's going to be too late, or if it happens at all.
And Staples has this Bronxville team in a mental and physical chokehold right now. As Howard gets a shot off, and that one saved. Aragi finally starting to play a little better.
Definitely a big mental toughness game here for Bronxville. When you get down this much, you're fighting back everything.
And to turn the ball over, they're mentally flustered as much as physically. But Aragi makes another save and chases down that ball. It's Bronxville.
They really just are not. They're not doing great at catching.
Oh my God! Another transition turnover, and Udell brings it down. Staples has numbers. So Bronxville with another turnover as how Clark steps in, shot Aragi save. So, in the midfield, the defender tried to put his shoulder down and lost the ball.
This must have been.
You're not a running back, buddy.
There's no way this is what Coach Rob Ambrose game planned. There's no chance.
No, I mean, if I was a coach for this, you got to be furious. And,
Definitely.
And right now, the focus has shifted from anything other than somehow clearing the ball and minimizing those turnovers if you want a chance to get back into this game.
I gotta say though, we know this team is good, right, Aiden? I think that they could get something going after halftime. I think they do need that halftime to like a wake up call.
I don't think they're out of it at all.
Oh no, they're not at all. But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like we might not see anything for the second quarter.
And Shaw Clark, another Aragi save. Beautiful pass from Howard to Clark. And Aragi does another flexible split. Udell holds it on the side. He passes it over to Clark, who shoots, misses wide.
We may not see anything from Bronxville here in the rest of the second half or the first half. But
3 minutes left to go. Staples up 7-2.
Expect them to come out swinging in the third quarter. Nice little Will Smith slap.
I don't know about the Will Smith slap, but because that was violent, and right now Bronxville is playing anything but
violent. That's true. I mean, Udell's getting rided right now, so at least they're showing some heart.
Udell was getting pushed, but there wasn't a fear of losing the ball there.
True.
Eigen holds it at the top. He's going to set up a dodge down the alley. Split dodge. No one's coming to help. Shot, and another save by Raggy. He's finally playing like we thought he would.
Will they clear it?
Clearing still, stride for stride right now. Holding the ball, Sean McGrath. And they actually clear it.
Someone give me Bronxville over 2 clears.
Held at the top.
Ball movement's slowing down a little bit.
I wouldn't say that. They're trying to step in offense. Step down, shot, Sheehan, and a nice shot. One that Heisler could have saved, but it's all right. That type of thing happens, especially as a goalie. You can't get them all.
Yeah, it was a good shot by Groffalo.
A nice shot for sure.
Good shot by Groffalo, but I mean, yeah, I think the only thing that's slowing down, when I say the ball movement's slowing down, I just feel like beginning of the game, Aiden, they came out, ball was whizzing. You know what I'm saying? Right now, they're playing more methodically, which is obviously what they need to do. But I feel like they should be able to play up to that higher speed when you know they're a good team like this. But if it works, it works.
And Dodge with the face-off. Just coming up on our 2-minute warning. Just kidding. There's no 2-minute warning in lacrosse.
Yeah, that's what
7-3 Staples lead.
That's what we need right now, another stoppage.
But, I mean, I don't think this game's over by any means. And I think Coach K would agree with me if we got him to do an interview.
Oh, it's definitely not over. I think, if anything, this game is never going to end.
Yeah, a slower-paced game with all these stoppages and long possessions. Sequenzia holds it on the side.
High-scoring lacrosse games, not necessarily my cup of tea.
Sequenzia, the lefty for Staples' team, one of the only true lefties, him and Rothenberg, as Rothenberg holds it at the top.
Ooh, Jukes.
Shifty, Jukes, spin move! Ankles have left the chat. Rothenberg with the spin move, and he's got to rise out of the crowd.
Oh, my goodness.
And that was Carter Gay, not Rothenberg.
Carter Gay just put him on skates.
So Carter Gay with the spin move. Yeah, I noticed because Carter Gay's a righty there, but the spin move around was just filthy there. Yeah, as I see your facial expression.
I'm dying
Carter
right
Gay
now.
with a shot. That was a forced shot right there.
4?
That ball went over the netting, but that second shot was forced.
A little bit.
Great move, just couldn't finish there.
That's like when you break someone's ankles in
And miss
basketball.
the
You
shot.
got to take the shot.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
and you break the ankles. No, you break the ankles, but you miss the shot. That's the type of thing. And another spin move. Clark, much less successful with that spin move. Successfully warded off by the Bronxville defender. Thompson on the side. 55 seconds left to go in this first half. And looking to be content to save for a last shot type of thing as Staples slows down severely. Thompson in the top left.
They just got to find that lane. They got to find that weakness. There is one. There has to be one. 5-man defense. It's not everything.
And Coach Anderson yelling out things right now from the side. He's the offensive coordinator for the Staples team. Actually just welcomed a kid into the world a couple of days ago, so congrats to Coach Anderson.
Definitely.
With his second baby boy. 20 seconds left, and Staples now going to go. Sequenzia with a quick dodge. Does a little spin move. Righty, shot, score! He found that offside hip. That's where shooters look to shoot. He found that offside hip with 11 seconds left to play. Sequenzia extending the lead to 5.
Beautiful shot by Sequenzia there. Good spin move. Just all around great movement. Yeah. That's athleticism. That's raw athleticism. He's finding a shot.
In the off-ball movement, as I think that they're just going to call the half with 11 seconds left to go.
Looks like it.
Not totally sure if they're allowed to, if that's halftime or if that's a timeout. No, that's a quick timeout. What was the shout out?
I didn't even hear.
But a nice fan. If we look over to our right, we see a huge fan section, and it's beautiful to see that fans are back for the Staples lacrosse season
Definitely
with high
nice turnout.
expectations surrounding this.
Nice turn. The first, sorry. I was a little peeved because the first half ran a little long. But realistically, what I want out of this game, I want like a good game because who doesn't want a good game? Obviously, I want my Staples records to win. But like, if Bronxville could put a couple in net, not win, but like give us a nice game, I would definitely appreciate it. Also, like
I find myself rooting for the same thing, but right now I do think the score can be as deceptive and that it is a good game. Yeah. As Dodge wins that first faceoff, setting up a fast break, brings the ball through, and he's going to set up the offense, and then he's going to get off. So Dodge just doing Dodge
things. Dodge tendencies.
He's crazy. He's so good at his position that you're going to hear us all season. You're going to hear.
How much of it is like you just practice it all the time? How much of it is literally like you're just naturally good at it? Like, you just be naturally good at being a Fogo?
I mean, you have to have naturally good reaction time, but a lot of it is work you put in. And Dodge put in the work, and he's earned it. As Schaefer takes it to the goal, switches to his left, and he's going to just avoid the traffic. Had a chance to shoot, but he didn't get it off. Clark holding behind.
Staples' attack is getting really shifty right now.
Yep, Clark holds on the side. And I've seen the strategy employed by the goalie to keep his stick low. I don't do that, but as a shot comes in, hits the side of the net by Clark, and Staples will retain possession. So the goalie, when they come around the crease, he's waiting for that low shot, so he's got his stick already there.
But then he has to go up to the corner.
Yeah, I don't do that when I play goalie. So, and none of the Staples goalies do. Has an errant pass from Staples, gives an unforced turnover. Bronxville ball.
That's some Bronxville stuff right there.
Shot. We bring it back to what happened in the first half was the story of turnovers, and Bronxville just continually turned the ball over.
Too many errant passes, too many mistakes.
And failed clears, just the Staples JV team today as well.
There's another one, wrestles it away.
That turnover was more settled, but still turnovers. So
you don't want those. Exactly.
Those are bad.
Just be good at lacrosse, I guess.
And Sale sets it up on the side.
Slow offense.
Well, yeah. Well, that's lacrosse. You set it up at the top, and then you go. You have to pass the ball around, get the defense moving.
Maybe I do want more stoppages because I feel like it's going to be even more boring if they just keep passing the ball around.
Well, that's not what they're doing. They're not doing it to waste time. They're doing it to set up an offense. As Thompson going to dodge from the left side, he gets doubled immediately. Gets it to Sale. Holds on the left side. He wants to dodge. He shoots, and save with the chest made by Aragi. And he's going to chase it. Why is Aragi so aggressive? I don't understand the tactic of coming so far out of the goal. But he chased that shot almost all the way to the sideline.
Aragi, menace to society, mad at the world. He wants everyone's ankles.
And Staples will retain possession, passing it around. Sequenzio is on the side. He dives down, and he's going to get bodied, but able to get a pass off from the ground, rolling it away. That's impressive. Leo, much better at lacrosse than Spanish. I think we've gone over this before.
Oh, Lord. Oh, is he in your class again this year?
No, not anymore, but he was in my class last year. And Staples, with the shot gone out of bounds, chase it down. Clark holds it on the side. Sale going to dodge. He has the short stick on him. He steps in, spin move back with the left. Back to the right. And he's going to pull it back out. Staples continuing to possess the ball for almost 3 minutes straight now as Sale holds it on the side. Thompson has it.
It's still more of the same from what we saw. I mean, possession time. That's really what it is.
Sequenzia dodges to the left side. He shoots. Ball bounced just over the net there.
I mean,
good placement, just a little off height-wise.
It was a great shot, but I think that is there really a difference putting the ball in the net or not? You have an 8-3 lead. If you're holding possession time, I mean, you're still winning.
Yep, as a spin move from Howard gets his defender on his feet. And he's going to jump shoot over the goalie's head. What a beautiful shot. That jump shot right there is just disgusting. You can't guard that.
He practiced that so much. You know that. He put in the work.
So,
that's his go-to.
And that's why I don't like when Aragi puts his stick down, because stuff like that where it whizzes right past his face there. Yeah. And especially being a lefty there, it's a weird strategy to employ.
You think he'll plan on changing it up or not? You think he'll just because I don't know how much of you
does a basketball team change their strategy after missing the shot?
No, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like Aiden, you're goalie. How much of it is like it's just natural muscle memory, and how much of it is you game plan for what certain teams do?
It's a lot of muscle memory. It's because it's so fast that it's really hard to do. You're guessing. You're thinking, overthinking it too much, and it's a lot of just
So he must
throw
just-
yourself at the ball as fast as you can. And the head just fell off the stick of the face-off guy on Bronxville. And that's going to be a Staples win with a procedure. Fast break for Staples. Dodge holds it on the right side. And he's going to... God, Dodge, can you go try and score?
Please.
That would have been more fun. Howard on the right side. Gets doubled. Passes to Gay. Because we're immature. And Canary holds it on the right side. Eigen at the top has the short. Mullet Man has the short stick. He steps in. Winds up a big cannon of a shot, but he doesn't actually do it. He pulls back for the big step down, and he didn't
want it.
Yeah, he had people on him. Canary quickly passes to Howard. Spin move, gets his defender off him a little bit. Clark to Gay. Gay's shot blocked. Back at the top. Canary on the side. Ball goes behind to X. Held by Rothenberg.
They got to go for a shot or something soon. Oh.
And running right around. Another shot right there.
I mean, Charlie was not even guarded on that. It was a perfect pass from X with I think it was Rothenberg.
Rothenberg found him for a beautiful pass.
But I mean, Charlie, there was no one even on him. He just got there for the quick dump. Raggy can't do anything about that.
Yeah, it's good offense right there, and defense should have definitely been stronger on that. They look slow to react, and when you have to start bumping over like that, quick passing takes advantage really fast.
Yeah.
And Staples now leads 10-3. They've eclipsed that double-digit mark. So
let's see here. Surprise,
Bronxville would really love a win right now.
Surprise.
But Dodge, of course, because he's Dodge, wins that face-off.
He won it, but could not get possession. Fortunate.
Yeah, he flipped it forward and he had it, and the ball was just lost after. Not going to chalk that up as a face-off loss.
Oh, definitely not.
Even though in the books it might technically be one.
He got there first.
He hasn't lost a clamp yet, getting the ball first. Like he's lost it a little after sometimes, but I mean he's
dodge things.
Yeah, and Heisler hasn't had to do too much work today. Hunkers down in goal.
Is it like a uniform thing that that all the Staples goalies wear gray sweatpants?
Well, the fact that they're gray is a uniform thing, but wearing sweatpants is kind of a goalie thing.
Like even like the hottest game. I'm talking.
Some do.
Summer
I kind of alternate.
Lacrosse.
Like I'm a goalie. I choose between. I don't have like some specific thing, but a lot of the goalies wear it.
I got you.
And another one of the goalies, Scotty Kozakowski.
He wears them.
Yeah,
I remember
he wears
seeing him last year. He was wearing them. Yeah.
Yep. And then Josh Marcus, who is the freshman goalie, who's actually on the varsity team and on the JV team as well, is crazy good. I told him I'd give him a little shout out earlier today, but Marcus is going to be special for Staples in the coming years. He's the future, a real talent. Thompson holds it on the side, and Staples echoing the calls. I love how they echo the call and everyone's screaming out the play.
Oh yeah.
As Sale drives around the side. He gets to Clark at X. Clark around the crease, finds the dunk to Udell.
Is that a hat trick for Udell?
It might be. And Udell, all of his shots have come literally dunks on the crease, like from literally on the crease, where they find those cross-crease passes. And like how in hockey, I keep running back to the hockey analogy, where the easiest way to score is those quick passes in front of the crease.
Yeah.
In lacrosse, that's a very easy way to score. Good way to score. It's just hard to pull off. When you pull that off, those are great goals, and they just did it there. 11-3 Staples with 6 minutes to go in the third.
We were talking about the play calling. Like, to you, Aiden, how important is it having like a good offensive coordinator, a good defensive coordinator in lacrosse? Is it as important as football?
Yeah, well, I mean, because a lot of coaches do more than like in football. There's a lot of coaches that coach a lot of things. I think it's very similar, actually.
Yeah.
And Howard couldn't get that with a stick, but he got his chest behind to save that ball from going out of bounds.
But like game situation, right? Offensive coordinators calling a play in football and lacrosse.
Well, because the thing is, football there's a play every single time. Sometimes
That's
lacrosse
true.
there's a little. Yeah, sometimes you kind of let your guys just go.
I got you.
So I guess if you want to look at it that way, in the tactical wise, there's so much strategy in lacrosse with formations and things, but in football you have no choice but to have strategy.
There's
no running around in football like that. And,
More of the same from the first half.
and the same story again. Bronxville just, I mean, listeners probably think we're repetitive, but it can't be overstated.
It's more of the same the entire game. That's all it is. They got to get it under control.
Bad pass after bad pass, and Staples gets the ball back. And I really think these two teams in that 5-on-5 can be equal, but the possession, or not, maybe not equal. I still think Staples is stronger, but a lot closer than it is when both teams have an even number of possessions, which they very much have not.
Oh, definitely not. I would dare say that Bronxville has yet to eclipse double digits where they actually clear it. I don't know.
I don't know. There's a lot of clears. As Sequenzia rips one, misses left side. Clark is sitting there to get the ball.
He's on the prowl.
And Clark runs around to no avail. Howard now has it at X. He goes swim move to spin move, pulling out all the Madden juke moves.
He's just spamming his stick right now.
And the pass from Eigen goes over Sequenzia's head, and Bronxville's going to get the possession. Sloppy game of lacrosse here today, for sure.
Definitely. I mean,
and that's what you expect from a first game. Or Bronxville's second game, but Staples' first game of the season.
Oh, totally. But there's no doubt in my mind that Staples has not been more prepared than Bronxville, and definitely less sloppy, obviously. As you can see, the scoreboard reflects that.
Yeah, but
Still
in that first game, there's a lot of, kinks you got to work out.
Yeah, and that's what's hard too when you're going against like this. What we expect to be this hard of an opponent. You're going in for your first game. You don't know what's going to work out. You don't know what's not going to work out. Who knows what? If the chemistry's there. But I think we all kind of knew the chemistry was there. I mean, these guys have been playing together for a while. It's definitely a team that's built up of seniors and juniors. So they've been through the ranks together.
And this team, as a lot of people say, is predicted to be one of the best that Staples has ever seen, and they've got the players and the talent from last year, and they've built upon it, and this is the most dangerous team they've built in a while, at least on paper. Thompson holds it on the side. Spin move, shot, save with the chicken wing by Aragi. When he pulled that elbow up. Yeah.
That's what you got to do when you don't know how to hold your stick properly. Sorry. It's annoying me.
But he keeps putting it down.
Now.
He's got it up. Maybe he did decide to
ready.
change. And a bounce shot.
That would have been. As soon as he puts the stick up, Clark goes low.
I mean, shooters are taught to shoot low, but that's pretty funny. Clark holding it at X. Around the side. He backs up. Backhanded pass to Gay, who snipes one underhand from about 7 yards away. Just personal skill right there is on a different level.
Yeah, definitely.
And that backhand pass to an underhand spin-around shot, I mean,
I guess
crazy.
Something I feel like you get just because the egos of lacrosse players. Something I'm thinking about right now. And you've been in a game like this before where you're beating a team by a lot, right? Or even losing by a lot.
Yeah.
Does the trash talk keep going? Or does it kind of die out at some point just because you're beating them so bad?
Usually when you're losing, it's hard to talk trash. But
yeah.
But if you're beating a team so badly and you keep talking trash, then that's starting to be why at that point.
Yeah, I got you.
It's those close games where after you make a good play, it's the most.
Are you a big trash talker?
Yeah, I can be, but not always. And goalie is so mental that if you start worrying more about. Goalie is such a mental position. If you worry more about what you're going to say in trash talk,
you just got to think about your job. I got you.
Then you take away from what you're doing actually.
Yeah.
I did some good trash talk last year, though.
Lay some kids out, too.
Just a couple. On the side, Kanari. He wants to get back to the middle. And he does get to the middle and tries to pass back. But the pass to Rothenberg is not a very good one. Staples picks up the ground ball. And then Clark loses it. And then Bronxville picks it up, but goes out of bounds with it. And Clark has it back. And one thing I noticed is how the theme with every lacrosse game is possession time. Mm-hmm. And if you have more possession time, almost always you're winning. And very obviously, yeah. Oh, okay. And if you have more possession time, there's definitely the ability to do that better. As a behind-the-back shot from Sale just sails wide.
Looks like it's a key
sails
possession,
wide.
yeah.
No pun intended, but a pun received.
Shut up.
Bronxville
Did they get a
picks
clear?
off a pass and trying to clear on his own, and what does he do? He goes out of bounds. Nope, timeout. Bronxville came at the right time. Great call by Coach Malone before the ball was going to go out of bounds.
They're trying to rush things too much. They have that cheetah mentality. They gotta be methodical. They gotta creep up the field like an iguana or something like that.
Little inside joke there from Andy. I'm not going to get into that totally. And I'm actually going to shift to a shout out we have from our awesome fans. Shout out from our just awesome fans. We're shouting out today, right now, Ben Howard and Matt Garber, the 2018 alum and 2020 alum who played against each other in a D1 college game as two Staples goalies. So Garber plays for Boston University, and Howard plays for the older brother of Charlie Howard plays for Lafayette, and they went up against each other head to head. So really cool, and shout out to you guys who built this program up.
That's neat. It's a testament to the strength and the rich history of Staples lacrosse. Even though he's only 6 years ago, that's still pretty impressive. You got someone in Division I, and they get to play each other. It's a cool little moment for the Staples lacrosse family.
And one more shout out to the Howard family, who's just an overachieving family. Tor Borgia, so Pernilla Borgia, U14 U.S. ski team racer. Tor Borgia, U16 ski racer for the Eastern Region team and at the U.S. National Championships this weekend at Sugarloaf. He wishes good luck to his cousins, and Sheila wishes good luck to him today. Really cool stuff. What an athletic family.
I think I'm a disappointment.
Yeah, the Howard family is making us all look bad today.
A little bit.
Best ski racers you've ever.
At least I can ride along.
Yeah. And your longboarding skills are what make it work.
Exactly.
And pass at midfield tipped. She just recovered.
Small. Kid is small.
Yeah. And a bad pass almost picked off, but the tip does enough. And now Howard has a free run at the goal. Goalie's getting back to the crease. Shot on the crease, and Hughes scores what's pretty much a free goal. When you give runs like that, it's just that's not what you want to allow. And Staples now 13-3 with the double-digit lead.
And now we can say it. Definitely. Udell, hat trick, guaranteed. I know he has at least...
Oh, no, I think he has 5.
5? Yeah, well, it doesn't even matter. Showing out for WWPT, very own.
He's our very own executive coordinator, Max Udell.
Great leader, and I don't know, love that kid.
And Udell didn't get enough time, a ton of time on varsity last year. I know it was something that he wouldn't love. Worked hard, and one of the most rewarding things is to earn that play time this year.
And then come back, score 5 goals.
And do that in the first game. So we're proud of you, Max. When you listen to this some point,
let's see here.
We're proud of you.
Will Dodge win the clamp, or will Dodge win the clamp?
So Dodge ties up a little bit there. He pushes his man out and then goes back for the ball.
I should stop talking.
You know, he's getting bored. He's trying new strategies. Might as well be bored at this point.
That must be what it is. That's like shooting your free throws with your eyes closed, something like that.
And we were talking about this the other day. Dodge, kind of like a kicker in football in the sense that you can't do that he kind of gets to go off and do it. I've walked up and they've been practicing, and Dodge kind of like hasn't been there. Been doing his own thing because he kind of has a job, and it's interesting to see how like something so specific like that, how he doesn't really practice.
That's the Fogo life, bro. I embrace that. Show up, ball, go home, party. That's me. That's my life.
Yeah, because you're a Fogo.
Except I don't ball.
Or do any of those previously listed things.
I show up.
You got 1 of 4. You got some time to work on it.
Yeah, hopefully.
And Sequenzio holds it up top. Eigen. Over to Schaaf. Howard. And I've said this multiple times, but I think the possession time might actually be 90% Staples, 10% Bronxville today. What do you think?
I say more than that. I'm saying 95, man. Bronxville, I mean, if you're thinking like we're talking percentages, right? There's no way they've held the ball, like actually had the ball, cleared it, whatever. Offensive possession time, I don't give them more than like 7 minutes, maybe.
Yeah,
it's low, but like let's be real here. They toss the ball away.
That's about 10%. As Schaefer with a diving shot onto the crease and just hits the hip of the goalie. Real unlucky there for Schaefer, but a great save from Braggy. Ball's possessed on the side. Eigen shoots, scores, and 14-3. We're at the football score now.
That is that's a hat trick for Eigen too, guaranteed. I know that.
And I think I know you didn't want to say never, but 11 goals, and that's actually the end of the quarter. Perfect timing, buzzer beater. The refs are going to call a good goal at the buzzer, and Mullet Man gets his at least third.
At least, yeah. So that's
We're not totally tracking here.
another hat trick. But something I got to say too is, despite what the score shows, it's 14-3. Bronxville is being, I'll say it, they're being obliterated right now. Aragi, his aggressive goal play of leaving the goal, it has not come back to bite him yet. They haven't scored an open net goal yet. Staples has not gotten.
Well,
there.
they've gotten open net goals, but they haven't been Aragi's fault.
They haven't been Aragi's fault. That's what I'm saying.
And he's been out, but that's for the clear, and that's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
It's been a lot of, and my team runs into the issue of if you can't clear the ball, you can't win games.
Yep.
And that's pretty much what's
happening.
happening.
Happening right now, yeah.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
And now I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable. It's the third quarter. Maybe we can talk about what really matters. What does this mean for Iona Prep later on in the season?
I mean, you lose to a team in double overtime and then see that team get cracked.
You're scared.
I mean,
You're scared.
This Staples team has got potential, and for a team that made the FCX championship and has definitely improved, I'll say. They definitely improved this year. For a team like that, you got some serious potential to do some harm. And we'd like to give another shout out to some super fans from Allendale, New Jersey. Junior Tyler Clark says thanks for his cousins watching. We hear Tyler's cousins, Lucy and Kai Palmer, I want to say, love to watch when they're not busy tearing it up in the Allendale Youth Lacrosse League. So thank you guys for supporting us here at Staples and WPT. We wish you luck this season. And one more shout out to
our favorite,
Ryan Thompson's older brother, Michael. He played Staples lacrosse for 3 years and graduated 2019 as Watching Day from Wesleyan University. Thanks for watching and supporting Staples. As we're just looking to get ready to go, Staples 14-3, start of the fourth quarter, and Dodge about to do what he does best.
What, win face-offs, party, which one?
I would say probably some of both, but he flips it back, and Thompson, with the speed, loses the ground ball, somehow gets it back, then he loses it. It's being thrown around like a hot potato, and finally on the side.
Bronxville's dust. They were crumbling.
And Chris Patterson holds it, needing to get a touch in the box. He throws a bad pass, and Nealon holds it on the side. Ball's going to go out of bounds, but Bronxville, I still don't think they've gotten a touch in the box. They've got a very small amount of time to get in, and they do get it in. So they finally got the possession. Running around, that's Sheehan. And he had a shot opportunity right there at the middle, but he didn't take it.
Didn't want it. This is not the time to be selective. I got to be honest.
And wrapping around the crease, a nice shot came in from Tommy Garofalo, but it hits the chest of Heisler.
And I'm not saying you want to have bad shots, but fourth quarter, volume over quality is what you need. Let's be real.
Yep. And Nealon picks it up. Some sort of whistle.
Timeout.
I think we're going to need a timeout from Staples right there. So, some great stuff there. 14-3 with 11 minutes and 7 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Staples calls a timeout. And we have another shout out for you guys. A very loyal fan from Port St. Lucie, Florida today. Senior Nick Algeria wants to thank his grandma, Carol, for cheering on the Wreckers. Nick's grandma watched all of the Wreckers lacrosse games on live stream last season, and we hear she's coming to Westport in May to cheer the team on in person. We can't wait to meet her. And you know who is here and thank you very much for supporting WPT and the Wreckers. But do you know who is also coming? Our favorite, Nick's Bubby, is right below us to watch the game. So thank you for supporting. Both of Nick's grandmas are huge fans, and one of them's here to support today.
And if we're talking about it from last year, Aiden, flashback to all the shout-outs, they got to be tenured or something. They've been here for a while.
Oh, yeah. These we it means so much to us. I'll be honest, it means so much to us, WPT and Staples Lacrosse and Staples in general, to have fans from all over watching, listening, giving us some donations, helping us out. And and letting us shout them out. We love to do it. It's a really awesome thing. So if you guys do want to do that, email Melissa Augiri at gmail.com or look on the Staples website. There's other emails you can contact to get your personal shout out from us here at WPT FM. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. And we're going to get right back into it. Thompson holds it atop. He rolls back and loses the ball. A nice defensive play by Bronxville. And they're going to look to clear. Man on Udell harassing the Bronxville team. And as we look to get some sort of offense from Bronxville, would score 14-3 still as we eclipse the 10-minute mark left in the fourth quarter. A couple of new faces in for the Wreckers team as Chinitz, who's not a new face, the Bryant commit, senior captain for Staples, picks it up, starts a fast break for Staples. He goes to the goal. He gets it. Oh. He's the pull. He gets a shot off. Oh, he just doesn't get it in, and I'm sure he's not happy because pulls do not get that opportunity very often.
All the time, yeah.
And he goes in the crease, and it's going to be Bronxville ball.
To be fair, that was an awkward position, especially with the long pole. You know, maybe a little hard to reach it over, but I wanted to see that one go.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see
and I'm not sure Chinitz is thinking that was a hard one. I think Chinitz is pretty upset that he didn't get that.
Definitely.
But Chinitz has been doing a great job locking down the two best players from this roster on Bronxville with Sheehan and Patterson. Going to goal is Patterson.
Someone who's been a little quiet today who I expected something from was Connor O'Neill. He kind of showed he was a little bit of like a setup guy. You know, he did put the ball in net, and I kind of expected more from him. Yeah. But he's been very quiet.
Those 1 goal and 2 assists in that last win as a shot coming in from Patterson and another nice save from Heisler, who's been playing really well today. Really strong game from Heisler. I mean, how can you not be having a strong game with 3 goals let in lacrosse?
That's true.
Holding up top is Udell. He gets it over to Howard, who has a man on.
I want to see Sequenzia score.
Sequenzia's taken a bunch of shots, but he hasn't put one in yet. Sequenzia.
Yeah. No, he got one.
Did he get one?
He got one. Yeah. I'm losing track. There's so many.
So many. Those listening at home don't know how hard it is to keep track of 14 goals.
It really is.
And Sale holds it up top. Almost passed it to Howard. Now he does pass it to Howard. Spin move. Howard has it in the middle. He gets held a little bit. Shot. Goal.
Chuck, baby.
Chuck, the All-American,
yeah,
puts that one off stick low and sneaks it past the goalie. 15-3 Staples.
Charlie Howard is that guy. Give him the ball, he will score.
And we have one more shout-out to give for the day. Another hello to Alex Ligori's Pop Pop. Pop Pop is a Staples Wreckers super fan, and he's watching today. So thank you so much. Assume that's Lagoo's. Lagoo is what they call him. That was our station ID. Lagoo, what they call him,
Dodge
his grandpa. So thank you for listening. As Dodge, I even need to say it.
Yeah.
He's going to run in. Almost got a shot off, but he does not. Another ball possessed on the side by Rothenberg. Howard has it up top. He's going to wait for some subs to get off. And Sequenzia is going to enter the game. Staples been very good on the subbing front today, not having very few instances where they have offensive middies getting stuck on D midi, right?
Oh yeah, that's definitely good. But you expect that you practice substitution when you have this many players. You know what I'm saying? Well, you have to be clean.
Well, it's sometimes you have situations where, or for those of you who don't really understand, where it's transition and it's hard to sub off. You have defensive middies who are in on defense and offensive middies, and that's actually like a skill and something you need to practice is somehow getting those guys off or getting them off with the other team to not create numbers advantages.
And that comes down to coaching.
And Staples has executed that flawlessly today.
Yeah, I mean, we expect good coaching from Staples, though, so you expect that fluidity to be there. And, I mean, obviously it's first game, so you expect some mistakes, but it's great that we don't see these now. I mean, the less kinks they have to iron out, the better it's going to be later on in the season.
Ball's on the side with Schaefer. To Eigen. Back at Clark. Now over to Howard. Rothenberg finds Sequenzia, and they're really just passing the ball around. Staples will call this NASCAR if you hear them.
Worst type of lacrosse. I'm sorry.
But if you hear this, what Staples is going to call timeout, but that's the NASCAR type of thing where you're just passing the ball around, kind of waiting to get into an offensive set and setting things up.
Can I just annoy everyone out there? Sorry, I know that we're a big lacrosse game. It's important to talk about, but the one thing I just realized that you just said, can I talk about how much I do not understand how NASCAR is entertaining? You're driving in circles. How do you watch that? I don't understand it. Like F1.
We'll talk about making a full turn.
This is a complete
180
turn.
degrees.
I needed a tangent right now. I've been so annoyed about how poor the gameplay has been. NASCAR is actually, I can't say it's stupid. I don't want to get canceled. They're NASCAR super fans, but F1,
I do understand at the end crashes, and at the end that last lap is some of the most fun.
I'm sure it is, but what do you do for the other ones? You just watch, you just sit there, like what? F1 is entertaining. Like that talented racing is good.
To those of you out there, I don't know where you're coming with this.
I hate NASCAR. I'll say I hate NASCAR.
I don't hate NASCAR. I'm on a different thing there, but I get why you would.
Maybe you're weird, Aiden.
Well, I know that. Well, we know that's true. That's not like a maybe, but
I'm not calling it NASCAR. I'm sorry. I call it anything else. I'm gonna call it Ring Around the Rosie. I'm not saying NASCAR.
So you want to call it Ring Around the Rosie?
Yep.
Then we sound like we're unprofessional. Not like we are professional yet, but
I'm changing.
We're getting there.
The Staples lacrosse culture. I have that impact. I have my voice.
Yes.
I'm sorry. That was out of character for me.
You hit your own Kanye West version.
NASCAR's a great sport.
You haven't had your Kanye rant yet today.
I am Kanye. I love me like Kanye loves Kanye.
Your Kanye rant. As we get going again, come out of the timeout. Staples up 15-3 with 6 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. And Schaefer to Eigen. You know that meme where it's like someone poking the bear and it's like, come on, do something? Yeah, that's how I think we all feel right now watching them not do much as Udell starts to go to goal. Pass back, Schaefer misses left side, and Staples covers him up.
That was a good shot.
And that's Legou is in the game. Someone that makes his impact with his voice a little bit more than he does on the field, and someone that doesn't get a ton of play time.
Yeah,
but he's one of the leaders of this team, the vocal leaders of this team for sure.
I had a class with Legou earlier this year. He's a really nice kid, definitely like vocal. It was culinary.
Udell gets open, step down, shot, and he misses.
My bad. Sorry, I was going to
Staples holds it.
What's it called? Legou was in my culinary class, and he took initiative for everything, and I really appreciate that because I would not have cooked a single thing. But no, really nice kid.
And he's one of the leaders on this team. People listen
definitely.
to him, and it's rare that you find someone that can lead a team with their voice. And Heisler's another one of those vocal leaders, but he plays a little bit more than Legou. Actually, the entire game.
Playing time doesn't always...
Yep, as Udell with his patented crease pass pockets one of the goal. 16-3 Staples.
Looks like a... Is that Marcus?
Oh my.
Wait.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, my God. So I saw someone do it.
No
the
goalie
field,
sub.
I saw Marcus.
And Marcus has actually played 2 lacrosse games today. He played with my team, JV, and he played half of freshman.
It's not even fair to have him on freshman.
Always help him out. Yeah, there's no rules saying you can't do it.
Obviously. I'm just saying. A little different level.
Wondering if there will be a goalie sub with 4 minutes and 22 seconds left to let someone else get
Who do you think it would be? You think it would be
It
Kaz?
would be Kaz.
Yeah.
Scotty Kozakowski. But doesn't look like we're seeing it yet. First game, you're not always so worried about that.
Who we did
and
see was
Dodge.
Jay Fogo.
Jay Anastasi won the face-off. Dodge not taking it anymore. Jay, unfortunately, unavailable for the JV game this morning. But unfortunately, was not there for that JV game this morning. But he's going to get a little run in varsity now that the game's kind of in Staples' hands.
You think he's going to finish the game at Fogo, or you think him and Cisco are going to swap off the 2 young guns?
I don't know, but I know that I think they're shutting down Dodge. Dodge is too valuable to risk at this point.
Yeah.
Now that Staples has taken care of it.
Dodge was getting into some scuffles with their other Fogo too, so you don't want that. You don't want to let emotions.
Well, Dodge, I think he wouldn't even get mad at me for saying this. Dodge can be a hothead sometimes.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And
it's no surprise.
He's going to scuffle with pretty much anyone because he's Dodge.
Big character.
It goes with the guy.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how like very rare that is, but yeah, you don't want to put him in a situation where he could even has the chance to do something stupid. Not saying he would. And right now, a man up opportunity for Staples. Step down, Gay misses to the left side. Carter Gay had a good shot opportunity there, and not exactly sure when the laundry on the field came.
I did not even see it. I don't know what.
We're not perfect here at WPT.
I don't know what the call was. Huh.
But Staples with a man-up opportunity.
You see anything bad out there? I didn't see a penalty.
Oh, there had to be one.
I know, but I'm saying, like, I don't know. Must have been away from the ball or something.
And now Clark holds it on the side. Thompson rings one out. And a dive from Udell. Love to see the effort to still dive for that ball, even though the game's securely in Staples' hands. But he does not successfully get it.
That's what separates him from the rest. It's that hustle, that grit. You know what I'm saying?
That hustle.
Everything.
It's beautiful. Because to see, I mean, no, it is a really cool thing to see someone that hasn't stopped trying or taking a little effort out of their game, that
totally.
stays at 100% even though.
I think it means more, honestly, than the guy that keeps trying when you're down. I think it means more for the guy that keeps trying when you're up, because then you're not getting complacent.
I would say that both are equally important, and to just the guy that keeps trying when the game's securely in one team's hands. As checked out, Bronxville had a good chance running to the goal, but last second checked out was Sean McGrath. And into the crease was
last 9
Bronxville.
seconds of the game here.
No. 129.
No, 90.
Oh, 90.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ovi Ment, another one of those guys that doesn't play a ton for this Staples team, gets an open shot in the crease, but he just misses.
Yo, we get an Ovi goal?
Oh, we'd love to see an Ovi goal. Ovi doesn't play a ton. He's another one. He's actually another one of those vocal leaders, beloved by the team, and it's cool to get him in times like this.
What is that? What?
Some sort of whistle. I think Staples was some sort of substitution error, and Bronxville ball.
Looks like they had some of the younger guys in there too. Saw Burm out there for a second.
Burm played a little bit. I haven't seen a lot of Burm. He was in at the very beginning of the game and not back. And jumping up to swat down that pass was
Spencer
Levine, another senior, another one of those senior guys that doesn't play a ton but makes the most. And Logan Marson, another one of those seniors in that same kind of situation.
Yeah,
and that's what makes a culture when you have guys that are sticking with it even though they're seniors and don't play a lot.
Yo, Coach Kane knows what we
Rothenberg behind the back to Ovi, who gets lit up, but he scores, and the flag, and one. And that sideline goes wild because Ovi scored a goal.
He's giving a big bear hug.
So a behind-the-back pass from Rothenberg.
Beautiful.
What? Ovi meant. Or Jake meant. And that's actually going to do it for our game. 17-3, Staples takes this one in a true blowout fashion. And they got to end the game on a really high note with that Ovi goal.
Great stuff.
Everyone loved it.
Of course. That was on our wish list. That was always on our wish list.
Yeah, and the Staples played so much better than even we could have expected them to play. This team showed that they've got the potential to win do some serious damage in states and FCX.
And I didn't say it earlier, but my lock of the day was Staples minus 13, and that came to fruition. No one saw it. The cameras were off.
Yeah, your lock of the day was
Lock of the day was Staples.
We do
minus
not
13.
condone betting on high school sports at WPT. That's not to say that we haven't.
You need a guy.
Yep. But Staples setting the tone for the season that they are a serious team and they are coming out with a vengeance this year.
And in all seriousness, it was great to be back. Obviously, not as exciting of a game that we wanted to call, but.
And that's going to be it for us today. Thank you to all that listen from all over the country. We'll be back. Staples has another game in a couple days. And I think we'll be on that game. So we're We're going to do it here. For WPT 90.3 FM in collaboration with NFHS and O'Shea Productions, I'm Aiden Parnes with Andy Cerrito signing off. See ya.